Hi all, myself Professor Disha Shukla and I am discussing the subject wireless communication, and my today's topic is evolution of mobile communication. That is how did the new technologies evolved from the previous terms. Now mobile wireless communication system has gone through several evolution stages in the past few decades after the introduction of the first generation mobile networks in the early 1980s. Due to the high demand for more connection worldwide, mobile communication standard advanced rapidly to support more users. Now let's take a look at the evolution stages of wireless technology for mobile communication. Before that, we'll be discussing some of the basic terms that we have in wireless communication. Data communication terms include data. It is the entity that conveys the meaning or information. Signals. Signals are the electric or the electromagnetic representation of data. Transmission. Communication of data by the propagation and processing of the signal is called transmission of the data. Data rate. Data rate is something that defines the rate, that is the ratio at which the data can be transmitted, that is how many bits can be transmitted per second. The next is bandwidth. The bandwidth of the transmitted signal are constrained by the transmitter and the nature of the transmission medium. Noise. Noise is an average level of noise or the interference that occurs in the communication path. The next is error rate. Error rate is the rate at which the errors occur in a particular system. Now our signals are divided into two types, that is analog signals or digital digital signals, and periodic and aperiodic signals. Now the signals consist of different components. Say for example, analog and digital signals are something wherein in an analog signal the value of a particular signal changes through time, and that can be either periodic or aperiodic. If we have a periodic change in the time, then we can get a graph like this, and if it is aperiodic, then such kind of a graph is generated in an analog signal. But in a digital signal, this kind of a signal is generated, and it generally defines the data in 0 or 1 bit. The relation between the data rate and the bandwidth can be defined in the following manner. That is, the greater bandwidth is the higher information carrying capacity. That is, whenever your communication channel has a higher bandwidth, it can carry more information. So any digital waveform will have infinite bandwidth, but the transmission system will limit the bandwidth that can be transmitted. And for any given medium, the greater the bandwidth transmitted, the greater the cost. But limiting the bandwidth creates distortion. Now analog and digital signaling of the analog and digital data. That is, when we pass an analog signal in analog data in the when we convert it, we can use the devices like telephones. That is, whenever we use a telephone, our analog data is transferred in the form of analog signal. Digital data, analog signal. Whenever you are transmitting the digital data but in analog signal form, we use a modem. Digital signals representation. That is, analog signal, when it is transmitted in the form of digital signal, we need a codec, and for transmitting a digital data we need a digital transmitter, and hence it will pass the data in the digital signal form. Communication system evaluation can be mentioned as communication on the move has always been sought for its convenience. Today's mobile communication refers to the portable device operated with the battery. Wireless communication is the fastest growing segment of the communication industry. Cellular systems have experienced exponential growth over the last 2 decades. Future mobile communication focuses on everything wireless in one device, along with the ubiquitous communication along the people and devices. Now, Basically, Marconi, he was an Italian inventor. He transmitted the Morse code signal using the radio waves wirelessly to a distance of 3.2 kilometers in 1895. It was the first wireless transmission in the history of science. Since then, the engineers and the scientists are working on an effective way to communicate using the radio frequency waves, that are the RF waves. Telephone became more popular during the mid of 19th century due to the wired connection and restricted mobility. Engineers started developing a device which does not require any wired connection and transmits the voice using radio waves. Now, the invention of the first mobile phone is when the invention began. Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola during 1970s, he was working on a handheld device that was capable of two-way communication. He invented the first generation mobile phone. It was initially developed to use in a car. The first prototype was tested in 1974. This invention is considered as a turning point in wireless communication, which led to an evolution of many technologies and standards in future. First generation mobile communication system, that is 1G. The first generation of mobile communication was developed in Japan by Nippon Telephone and Telegraph Company, that is NTT, in Tokyo during 1979. In the beginning of 1980s, it gained popularity in US, Finland, UK and Europe. This system used analog signals and it had many disadvantages over the technology. Then came the second generation, that is the 2G. Second generation of mobile communication system introduced a new digital technology for wireless transmission. It is also known as the Global System for Mobile Communication, that is our GSM. GSM technology became the base standard for further development in the wireless standard later. The standards were capable of supporting up to 14.4 to 64 kilobits per second data rate, which is sufficient for SMS and email services. So the SMS and email services were developed in the second generation, that is the 2G. Moving on with the evolution of the mobile communication came the third generation communication system, that is the 3G. The third generation mobile communication started with the introduction of UMTS, that is the Universal Mobile Terrestrial or Telecommunication System. UMTS has the data rate of 384 kilobits per second and it supports video calling for the first time on the mobile devices. That is, UMTS was the first system that supported video calling, and using it was the first time that when video calling was started. After the introduction of 3G mobile communication systems, smartphones became more popular across the globe. Specific applications were developed for the smartphones which handles multimedia chat, email, video calling, games, social media and healthcare. So everything that we are using right now, including all such functionalities, were developed in third generation 3G. The next is 3.5G to 3.75 systems. In order to enhance the data rate in the existing 3G system, another two technology improvements were introduced to the network. HSDP. The first one is HSDP, that is high speed downlink packet access, and HSUPA, that is high speed uplink packet access. They were developed and deployed to the 3G networks. 3.5G networks can support up to 2 Mbps data rate. 3.75 system is an improved version of 3G network with HSPA plus high speed packet access plus. Later, this system will evolve into more powerful 3.9G systems that were known as the LTE, the long term evolution that we use right now. Next came the fourth generation communication system, that is the 4G. 4G systems are enhanced versions of 3G networks that were developed by IEEE. It offers a higher data rate and are capable to handle more advanced multimedia systems. LTE and LTE advanced wireless communication technology used in fourth generation systems. Furthermore, it has a compatibility with various versions that are easier to deploy and upgrade to LTE and LTE advanced networks. So this is how the mobile communication has evolved, starting from the very basic 1G to the 4G that we have right now, to the 5G, to the 6G upcoming. Different technologies are included, different prototypes are included, different functionalities are included, and as and then from the basic call that we used to do in the wireless communication, right now we have reached where we are using all the things that we use right now. That is the mobile communication that we use right now. That is calling, chats, video conferences, everything that we use. This is how the mobile communication has evolved, and it has always been a boon to us. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you.